Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. I hope you are quite happy and healthy and enjoying your time. My last video was on the life of Geoffrey Chaucer, writer of Canterbury Tales. My today video is about the prologue to the Canterbury Tales. This book was written by Chaucer in 1387. This book consists of 858 lines in heroic couplet. 30 members gathered and they stayed in Tabard Inn. They were going to visit Thomas a Becket shrine in Canterbury. The host of the inn suggested every member will tell 2 tales while going on journey tomorrow, and the best teller will be entertained by the host, giving him free meal. This prologue is a beautiful description of each member, each character of that group who are going to visit the shrine. Viewers, I have some important points to prepare university questions. Let us have a view the point I have selected for you. My first point is picture gallery of 14th century. Chaucer was born in 14th century. It was the age of Renaissance, age of medievalism and modernism. Chaucer has given us a very colorful panorama of life around him. There were 3 major classes in this century. First one was medieval chivalry. Knight and his son are representative of that class. Second one is clergyman, representative of church. Franklin, monk, prioress, pardoner, and summoner are the member of representative of this class. The third one class is workers of different professions, miller, clerk of Oxford, dyer, weaver, cook. All these members represent third class. So we can say picture of 14th century is very beautifully, skillfully is described by Chaucer in his book The Prologue to the Canterbury Tale. My second part is Chaucer's realism. Before Chaucer, in literature, there were some dreamlike writings, visions, allegorical work, and in Chaucer's initial works, his 2 periods, as I told you in my last video, French period and Italian period, also has these traits of allegorical work, but in prologue and his 3rd period, English period, this allegorical traits turned into realism. And we can see in prologue his realism. He served in his childhood and boyhood wine shop of his father, and he observed many different types of people in that shop. So he was a keen observer. He was also a diplomat. He visited many countries and his observation was very keen. So he has given us the view of characters in his prologue. They are very real to the life. They are not only photographs, but they are portraits, and we can see them as alive, doing their activities, doing their daily works, and every reader can imagine them real to their life and their activities. So Chaucer realism is very far from the allegorical words before him. My third point is humor and style and irony in prologue to the Canterbury Tales. Chaucer was a great humorist. He loved mankind. He was very kind and sympathetic to his characters. He points out the idiosyncrasies and peculiarities of characters very delicately and politely. His humor is not bitter. Style is little bit bitter than humor. As Langland, the writer of Chaucer age, his style on church is very bitter, and he styled on institution, but the humor and style of Chaucer is endearing, not on institution. He only suggests the follies and drawbacks of personalities. He does not teach. A stylist teaches, but Chaucer does not teach. He is not a stern moralist like Langland. He also used irony very beautifully in prologue. Irony means difference of appearance and reality. It is also a literary tool to describe the characters. He has used irony describing Prioress, her manners. He also used irony describing Monk. He is a clergyman, but he is fond of hunting. Wife of Bath, she has already 5 husbands, but now she is willing to have 6th one. So irony and humor are beautifully used by Chaucer in the prologue to Canterbury Tales, while he described clergymen and the other characters of different fields. When we see the art of characterization, we can say Chaucer was a great artist. He delineated his characters very comprehensively, and the minute details of their physical appearance and their habits, their manners, we can see in his art of characterization. His characters are not only type characters, but they are ideal. So critics say only he is like Shakespeare, very keen observer, and his character like Shakespeare are universal characters. They have their own idiosyncrasies and peculiarities. Those peculiarities make them universal characters. Though we can see some type traits in his character, but there are some peculiarities which make them universal. So his art of characterization is equal to Shakespeare. In this way, we can say Chaucer was a great writer. Chaucer was really father of English language, and he was the morning star of English literature. Viewers, I hope this video will be very useful for you. If you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe it so that you may have my other videos on time. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Take care. Allah Hafiz.